Hi, Mitchell Levy, and I'm so excited about getting questions for a dear credibility expert. And the particular question today always gives one cause for wonder, right? Because you often hear people say, "Hey, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life." Yes, that is true. Now, the question that came in is, if you love what you do, can you still hit burnout? And so um, I'll give you a short answer. Yes, but let's explore that a little bit more. You know, the 24-hour day is essentially just that. And if you love what you do, this is fantastic. That means that you get energy, you get excitement. It's one of those things that every single day, every single activity, when you're interacting, either creating content, providing a service, interacting with your customer base, when you're actually executing on your CPOP, your customer point of possibilities, when you're actually executing on delivering value to an audience that just loves you and what you do, you're getting excited. You're I don't know, I get tingles when I do what I do. I just love it when I can allow someone to get on the path, to allow them to actually live in a way that they're adding incremental thoughts and guidelines and living much more as a genuine human, delivering value both in their personal and professional lives. I absolutely love it. That's great. And so what do you do? What's your CPOP? What do you do that gets you excited? What do you do that derives a opportunity for you to say, hey, man, this is great. I'm not working. I'm loving what I do. Now, can you get burnout? So there are 24 hours in a day. In those 24 hours, some people require more sleep than others. How much time are you actually doing to what people would traditionally call work? How much time are you doing to what people would traditionally call play? And by the way, if play is hard, it almost is like work, because if you love what you do for work and your play is difficult, to me, they're almost the same thing. And the thing is, how much do you do yourself, and how much do you have a team to do for you? How much outsourcing do you do, and how much management are you managing, or are you leading? So if you have a really large team, and that team is amazing and does effective things for you, and your team happens to also love who they are and what they do, the question then becomes, are you managing or leading? Now, if you're managing, you're helping to encourage people to do what they do. You're telling them what to do. You're reviewing everything you're doing. You're not really leading. You're in the trenches with them. And by doing that, that is also work. You may even love doing that, but you need to add that to your work time. Your work time is creative time. Your work time is delivery time. Your work time is management or leadership time. Your work time is when you're spending time doing the stuff that you love and you're actually working, versus the stuff that's completely playtime, family time, friend time, all that. So if you're managing instead of leading, you add that to all the other work you're doing. And when you end up doing that, it's also a drain. There's energy involved in that type of activity. So can you burn out when you love what you do? Yes. Okay. So how do you get around that? So it's a very interesting question, because I'm going to say, I don't even know if I could argue the other side. I'm not even sure I could possibly argue the other side that you won't burn out, because there's a limitation. If you love what you do and you work 24 hours a day and you never sleep, at some point in time, you're going to burn out, right? So whether it's 4 hours of sleep a night, 6 hours of sleep a night, 8 hours of sleep a night, if it's too much for you in terms of your routine, of you doing all the activity, you're going to burn out. So how do you avoid burning out? Have a team. Things that you can outsource to others, where you're leading and you're actually helping them do what they do. What I really love is this acronym that I use called CALL. CALL stands, that C is for credibility. And so if you're living, acting, working credibly, then what's really fascinating, what's really positive, what's really valuable is that you're delivering of value to others. You're a servant leader. You have the intent and commitment to do the right thing. Your CPOP is actually being executed properly. You have coachability and you're learning and you're growing, and that's great. And then you hire a team and you want the same in the team. Those people you're outsourcing to, you want them to be the same. And then let's talk about the A. A is about accountability. Accountability is essentially, think of it as integrity, is you say what you do and you do what you say. Now, I did an article, it came out in the AMA Quarterly. You could take a look for that. If somebody reminds me, I'll make sure we put the link in the chat. And it's focused on the leader setting the stage for accountability. That's the leader's job, to be able to do that. And if you don't set the stage for accountability where your people are then accountable, once again, great opportunity to burn out. So in order to avoid that, you want to set the stage for accountability. You want to hire people in your organization that are accountable and set the stage and the culture so that they then become accountable, that they then get excited, that you don't need to check up, they just do it. Now, the L in the call is about leadership. Now, when you are running a company, you're the leader, guess what? You want to hire almost everyone in your organization. I might actually say you want to hire everyone else in the organization to also be a leader. They are a leader of their own lives. If they love who they are and they love what they do and they're doing the right thing for you, and that is what they appreciate doing, and they absolutely are excited about it, they are leading what they do because they're accountable. They're figuring out what to do. They're making sure it happens. They're delivering on the promises they say they're going to do. They are their own leaders. Once again, if you don't hire people to lead in the positions that they're running, even if they don't have anyone working for them, if you don't hire those people, another opportunity to burn out because you're helping manage versus leading them. Let's talk about the last L, which is love. You really want people in the organization that love what they do. If they love what they do and you love what you do, once again, that's fantastic. And you get to feed off each other's energies, really powerful. And if you end up hiring people in the organization who are just, stamping the badge, doing the work, not excited what they do, the downside on that is simply that without that love, A, you're not fed emotionally. B, it's work to get stuff done, another opportunity for burnout. So let's go back to the question. If you love what you do, is there still an opportunity for burnout? The answer is yes. What is the way around that? You want to make sure you execute the call to action with yourself and everyone else in the organization to be credible, set up a credible organization, to have everyone be accountable, to have everyone be a leader, and to love what they do. And if you do that, you will have a much better chance of, no matter how hard you work or play, of not hitting burnout. Hope you found that useful. Thanks so much for joining me. I'd love it if you clicked on the like button, share with your friends, write the aha moment that's relevant for you. In essence, spread some cred dust. Thanks so much for joining me. Just to summarize, you can avoid can you burn out if you actually love what you do? The answer is yes. How to avoid it? Do the call to action. Focus on credibility, accountability, leadership, and love with you and your people, and you will avoid that burnout. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye now.